Zach, how are you?
Yes, he is. Let's go, boys!
Ladies and gentlemen, Rhinebeck High School welcomes you to the 2021 Senior Day football game between the visitors from Croton-Harmon High School and the Rhinebeck Tigers. And let's have a nice round of applause for our halftime honoree, Coach Nick Iannello, doing the coin toss to start today's game. And the coin toss was won by the Black Hats, and they have elected to receive to start today's game. At this time, we ask everybody in attendance to please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem.
Go, boys!
Let's go! Now, bring it down this way.
Hello, welcome to LMC Varsity Sports. We are here at the Rhinebeck High School for this football game between the Rhinebeck Panthers and the Croton-Harmon Tigers. I'm Nick Gutierrez. I'm here with Charlie McGraw. There is not a cloud in the sky. There's plenty of fans in attendance here for this senior day, and we will shortly get this one underway. Charlie, how you doing?
Good, Nick. They're both 1-5, so at least one team will have 2 wins after today.
That is true. That is true.
Class C. And the highlight of the day will be honoring their longtime 19-year coach Iannello at halftime, as he did the coin toss before the game, which Rhinebeck won and elected to receive.
So it'll be Smithwick to kick things off.
Let's go, Black Hats.
And we are underway here.
Out of bounds, that'll be a penalty, and they'll put the ball on the 35-yard line where Rhinebeck will start with it because of the legal procedure on the kickoff out of bounds.
1, 2, Tigers, stand back. The Panthers are here.
And it takes no time off the clock.
And this is our year. You've seen us before. Remember our name. The team that you fear will put you there. Excellence, perfection.
Panthers
We know
getting ready to
we know we're the best.
hike the ball for the first time today.
And it'll be first down and 10 for the Blackcats from their own 35-yard line.
First and 10 incoming. Hunter Merkel will command the offense. You have Hilton in the backfield, along with De La Rosa. Handoff to De La Rosa to start things off here on offense. Marginal gain of about 2.
And on the carry for the Blackcats, number 24.
Rhinebeck runs it a lot.
You pick up from a couple yards, it'll bring up second down.
But Merkel can have some good passes when they do throw it. 2nd and 8.
Hilton in the backfield again. Elects to throw. Merkel lobbing a nice pass. Unable to collect. Great defense there from
And that pass
Evan
is
Kurtz.
23, Brendan King will call it incomplete. It'll bring up third down for the Blackcats.
Good defense by Croton. The defensive back looks like
It was Evan Kurtz.
Yeah, good play by him. That's those two hooked up. Merkel and Kingwood hooked up for a touchdown last week on a big pass, a similar play like that, though Kingwood got more free.
Some motion in the backfield and a handoff going to the left. Finds a pocket.
Hold.
And that carry by number 18, Joey Leone, picks up.
Joey Leone might be coming back despite that beautiful run, bringing it to about 2 from the first down.
And the indication is a holding penalty against the Blackcats.
And holding penalty was called, so we'll be moving it back a little bit. And we'll replay third down.
So it'll be 4th and 3. Instead, they'll push it back to where it'll be 3rd and 13. 10-yard, actually even more.
That is a 10-yard mark-off from the spot of the foul. And we'll replay
Yeah, as it happened at basically where the line of original line of scrimmage was, so it'll be a 10-yard a spot foul from there. So it'll be, instead of 4th and 4, it'll be 3rd and 20, which usually if it's 4th down you accept it, but because it's 3rd and 20, it pushes them back to the 25. That's why they took it.
Hilton in the backfield again, most likely a run coming. Merkel looks to throw. Puts the ball way up high, but Leone nowhere near that one. Definitely needed a little bit more gas in the tank to get there, but great coverage by Sarconi. 4th down coming up.
So Merkel is 0 for 2 throwing. And we'll see the punter here. Julian, actually it might be Pulsino is the punter, Joey Pulsino, senior. Because they'll have senior day festivities after the game. Offsides defense, 5-yard penalty. So they'll give Pulsino some more room to boot the punt. It'll be 4th and 15 from the 30 instead of 4th and 20 from the 25.
Let's see if we can get some distance and try to stifle the Croton offense. Ooh. Scuffed kick.
A 11-yard punt. That was a shank off the side of Pulsino's foot. Exactly what you didn't want. And it'll be 1st and 10 Croton from the Rhinebeck 41, as that punt was from the 30. Actually only a 10-yard punt, as it would have went even further, but the guy on Rhinebeck who downed it That could have took a bad bounce if he wasn't there to down it. It could have literally been a negative punt because that took a bounce on like the 42 and it was going back towards the line of scrimmage.
Exactly.
But they were able to down it right there, as we have some Croton coaches next to us, and they were yelling poison, which means get out of the way, because you don't want to get hit by it, and then Rhinebeck gets the ball back.
Exactly, Charlie, but now we'll see what happens here on offense as Jacob Jones gets things going. A little action and throws.
Nice pass.
And caught by Reed and picks up some extra yardage by the foot.
Two sophomores there. Jacob Jones, the sophomore, to Benjamin Reed. Moving on the run and kind of floated out of there, but it was a good catch. Listed as a tight end, Reed, and caught it about after 10 yards and got 5 extra. So 1st and 10 from the 25, and Rhinebeck's defense needs to stop here because you don't want to allow a couple consecutive plays for big yards.
Jones has Reed in the backfield. Elects to go with Reed. Reed bobbing, weaving, shaking and baking, and finding his way to probably a first down.
Yeah, it is. So that's 2 plays, 25 yards. We saw this last week. Tuggo ran all over Rhinebeck early and often, and Croton 2 plays, 25 yards. Got to keep track of this drive because last week they had Tuckahoe on their first 3 drives took 3 plays, and then I think like 5 plays and scored. It made it like 20. They missed 2 extra points, so it was 19-0.
Yeah, they move with quite veracity in quick succession, and now they're here in the red zone. Handoff
defense.
Again, trying to go up the middle.
Best play by the defense.
And it was Stinga who picks up about 2.
Good tackle by 22, Russell Foster. Got 3-4 yards. With 9:40 left in this first quarter. About 9-10 minutes to play, less than 3. The change of downs, the penalties. Penalty stopped the clock.
Jones handing off to Stinga again, but Stinga blocked at the line of scrimmage, a gain of nothing.
Santiago Barajas, loss of 1 actually, and it'll be big play for both teams. 3rd and 8 from the Rhinebeck 13. Croton, healthy players. It looks like they barely would have like enough for a full scrimmage because there's basically, if you look at their sidelines, Nick, they got 4, 6, 9, 11. Yeah, so 11 on 11. Basically, they got 22 total players, which is not many. Rhinebeck's got about 27, 28.
Yeah, they are not deep, to say the least. We'll see what happens here on 3rd down.
Yeah, Rhinebeck has 16 on the sideline. Croton has 11.
Jones rolling out of the pocket and electing to run and gets stopped at the...
Oh! Every ref threw his flag. Late hit on Rhinebeck. Terrible play by the Black Hats. I think it was Jake Ladon. He was stopped. It would have been 4th and 2 from the 7. They probably would have went for it. Now it's a automatic first down as every ref threw their 5 flags. They're picking up the flags now and handing them to one another. But the first guy took him down. He's on the ground 2 seconds later, and out of nowhere, the Rhinebeck defender, I think Ladon, but whoever it was really a bad play, and that'll give. The big thing is it would have been 4th and 2 from the 7. Now it's a first down inside the 5.
Right, Charlie, and now you have more options when it comes to offensive plays to try to execute and put at least 6 on the board, and now instead of 3. So we'll see if the Tigers can capitalize here. Quick rush by Jones, and he breaks the plane, and he's in for a touchdown. And the Tigers draw first blood here with 8:14 to go in the quarter. Jacob Jones, the quarterback, electing to take it himself and put 6 on the board.
4-yard touchdown run. He scrummed in, and again, that penalty was huge, even though it really only gained like 3 yards because they were inside the 10. So it was only half the distance to the goal. They scored it there, and we'll have the extra point coming. Timeout Croton, the miscommunication on what they wanted to do here. Someone coming in late. So timeout 6-0 with 8:14 to go in this first quarter. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports.
Large Mamba Marinette, this is your media center. live mobile production van, in-studio recording, podcasting, social media, in your schools, watching your government, with your neighbors. LMC Media, building community through media.
Welcome back to LMC Varsity Sports. We are now here for the extra point attempt after the Croton-Harmon touchdown scored by Jacob Jones, and the extra point is good, going straight through the posts. So the score is now 7-0 in favor of the visitors. 8:14 to play. We'll see how the Panthers, or the Black Hats, known colloquially, will respond.
Evan Kurtz with that extra point. Interesting stance on the extra point. He was very close to the, I've never seen that kicker so close to the ball, and it didn't matter. He kicked it easily home, but usually it's like the 3 steps back and then 1 over, but it looked like he took like half that, which whatever works, because it worked easily.
Yeah, I mean, lining up, it looked more of like a little chip formation that you'd usually do in soccer.
It worked perfect. Got enough height too. Last week we saw Tucko's kicker Michael Myers had some trouble. He got blocked twice, but then he made a couple. As they'll kick off here, let's see if they can keep it in bounds. It won't be Kurtz. It's the kicker offer. It looks like Frederick Smithwick.
That's right, Charlie, and it is collected by Schneider. He's able to run and gets a couple yards.
Actually, Hilton. Yeah, the 10, the 18, and 19 all look alike. But yeah, Hilton returned it for about 8 yards. And interesting, he didn't get any carries on that first drive. They had the 2 pass attempts and a carry by Leon, and that was it.
Yeah, and Hilton did line up in the backfield a couple times on the opening drive for the Panthers. We'll see if he can get some touches here, as the Panthers look to claw back from a 7-0 deficit.
Yeah, last year he started, which was the spring season, and he ran as a running back. And sophomore year, he got a lot of carries if he wasn't the starter. Might have been on the team freshman year too.
Play action, throw coming, attempting to find De La Rosa, but De La Rosa has the ball go just over his fingertips, unable to corral that one.
0 for 3 passing so far for Merkel, but he was almost wide open because he got by 2 guys, the De La Rosa, and it went right through his, maybe it was a little long, but it looked like it went right through his hands.
And from all the 3 pass attempts that have occurred today from Merkel, 2 of them have been long throws and also high throws too, so maybe he should take a little bit off the gas. He elects to run.
Hilton's first carry on senior day.
Picks up about 6, it'll bring up 3rd down and 4.
3rd down and 4 coming up shortly.
Be interesting to see what they do here. The end around, or maybe an end around, or maybe a run to Hilton again.
It looked like it most likely will be a run, and it is straight up the middle. Flag on the play, but Hilton did pick up the 1st down. We'll see if it holds.
They tried to blow it dead before it started, as that's usually a dead ball foul on a false start, but they weren't able to call it until after the run. So it'll be 4th and 9.
That'll result in a 5-yard penalty and a replay of 3rd down.
And it's huge because they shouldn't have run the play because it was a false start, but he got it after the fact. But who knows what would have happened because they were blowing the whistle anyway, so Croton kind of stopped.
That's right, Charlie. So 3rd and 8 now. Hilton lining up in the backfield again. Will it be another run?
Another
prior to the snap, we had another penalty on the field. This one, an encroachment penalty against Croton.
So it goes back. So back-to-back 5-yard penalties by Rhinebeck and then Croton. So we're back to where we were. It looked like 3rd and 4 before, but now it's about 3rd and 3. So I guess that's what it was to begin with.
So let's see if the Panthers can capitalize here, as they definitely need to get something going on the offensive end. The huddle is broken again with Hilton in the backfield, being flanked by 2 of his teammates. Motion as well, but they give it to Hilton, going right up the middle.
No, he faked it. Merkel.
Oh, wow. Great run from the quarterback, Hunter Merkel. Faked me out over here. Good eyes from Charlie to spot it, but brilliant sneak from the quarterback.
Yeah, they faked it to Hilton, and then Merkel took it, and he went for, what, 7-8 yards? They were on like the 40. Were they on the 40? Yeah, so he got like 7 or 8 yards out of it. They only needed 3 or 4. And it's 1st and 10, Rhinebeck on their own 49. Merkel with a nice carry after faking it to Hilton, and Panthers looking to answer with a touchdown of their own.
Run to Hilton straight up the middle. And picks up about 9.
That is enough for 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Black Hats inside Croton territory at the 41-yard line.
So the referees deem it a 1st down instead of a 9-point pickup. So that means that the Panthers are firmly in Tiger territory for the first time this afternoon. We'll see if they can keep this momentum going and pick up 6 themselves, possibly 7, or maybe they're greedy, go for 8. But they line up.
First time inside Croton territory.
Great defense there from Stinga, giving a loss of about 2 or 3 for the Panthers.
The Black Hats results in a short loss. It'll bring up 2nd down on the tackle for Croton, number 37, Matthew Stinga.
Second and 11. Motion called, handoff comes. And De La Rosa juking and finding some nice bit of space to pick up some much needed yards.
De La Rosa. A nice gain out of that. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3.
It is now 3rd and 3 with 5:18 to play in the first quarter. It's been a slow, calculated game from both sides so far. Not too much scoring, but we'll see if that will change momentarily. Hand off to Hilton.
Great defense.
Stifled by the Tiger defense.
And that carry to the Black Hats, number 10, Dimitri Hilton, goes for a short loss. It's going to bring up 4th down, and we have a timeout on the field for the Black Hats.
And it's 4th and 3, but there'll be a timeout on the field by the Panthers. So we'll take a break, and we'll be back momentarily in LMC Varsity Sports. Keep it locked.
Need technical support for your next meeting or presentation? LMC Media offers full-service meeting management virtually, in real life, or a hybrid of both. Our staff can run your meeting or webinar, set up for in-person audiences to interact, or provide a professional space for you to stream. Contact us for more information at info@lmcmedia.org.
Timeout by the Panthers, and it looks like they might go for this one here on 4th and 4.
Yeah, that makes sense as it's way out of field goal range. Their field goal range, I think, is probably just extra point and maybe like on the 10-yard line. And
Motion coming. Fake handoff to Hilton. Merkel taking it himself and just getting the first down by the looks of it.
Really good deception there. It looked like Hilton got it.
Hunter Merkel is enough for a first down. It'll be first and 10 for the Blackcats from Croton's 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 coming momentarily from the Tigers 30. Great movement of the change there by Hunter Merkel. Movement again, Merkel lining up to throw and does. Unsuccessful attempt to find Kingwood. Unlike previous pass attempts, Merkel definitely took a little heat off that one. Merkel definitely overran the pass and couldn't do anything about that. But great attempt there by the Panthers.
so 0 for 4, Merkel passing, but he has run for about 20 yards on and gotten a couple first downs.
And a flag on the play, so this one will be dead.
Yeah, it's
a great run so far from De La Rosa here on the right.
And that carry on the play by number 24.
illegal shift by Rhineck, so it'll be a 5-yard penalty. So it'll be 2nd and 15 from the 35 instead of a 20-yard run, and which would have been 1st and 10 from about the 15, a little less than 20 yards, but another big flag. Two big flags. The big one that instead of it being 4th and 2 from the 7, made it 1st and goal from the 4, and they scored the next play. And now this one, instead of it being 1st and 10 inside the 15, it's now 2nd and 15 from the 35. So Rhineck shooting themselves in the foot with, they've only had like 3 or 4 penalties, but they've all been big ones, as
exactly, Charlie, like you said, it's been like 1 foot forward, 2 steps back, and that's a big tackle on Merkel. Ball came out.
I think Croton has it. It's tough to tell, though. The refs have to signal.
And it looks like Croton recovered.
Yeah, it was 75, the big guy, Aiden Nikic, another sophomore.
So what they faked, that was like, I look down, I see that they faked it. I thought they were just going to run it. I look up and he's getting sacked in the backfield 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, actually 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And he fumbles it, and Nikic recovers it. So instead of, so that was huge, that penalty, because instead of them being there, they're all the way on the 35.
And now they're on the defensive positioning now as the Tigers take over on offense.
And there's still trail 7-0 instead of tying
Jones faking the handoff, elects to take it himself.
Delayed there, little miscommunication possibly.
So about 2 or 3 guys got to him, and they hit him, and his arm was clearly not going forward, and it kind of clearly fell out of him, and Nikic with the easy recovery.
So it'll be 2nd and 9 with 2:17 to play here in the first quarter.
It was a long drive by Rhineck too. They got the ball, with like 9, because first they got stopped, and then I think they got it with about maybe 8-9 minutes to go, and now they turned it over with about 2.5, maybe a little inside that, with about a 6-minute drive where the furthest they got was to the 35 because of that penalty. Penalty here on Croton, unless they call timeout.
I see a flag on the field.
False start.
We had an illegal procedure penalty called against Croton. That'll be a 5-yard mark off. And no replay, 2nd down.
Both teams with a good amount of penalties, about 3 each, but Rhineck's were much more consequential. One led to that turnover basically because it pushed them back in that play. Even if they would have done that before, that it would have been on the 20 instead it was on the 40 where they recovered. And now we have and the other one that led to that touchdown.
But now they move back
Croton's
to
had about 3 small penalties.
Yeah, but now they move back to about the 38 with that penalty, so we'll see if Rhinebeck can continue to stop them. 2-14. Pass comes from Jones and stopped basically at the line of scrimmage.
Jake Ladon.
By Ladoni.
On the tackle for the Blackbacks, number 5, Jake Ladon.
They had the first play of the game the first play for offense for Croton. Those two hooked up Jacob Jones to Benjamin Reed for about 15 yards, but there it's for a loss of 4 yards, and it's 3rd and long. It'll be, 3rd and 18 from their own 35. A huge play for Rhinebeck.
Just over 40 seconds to play here, 3rd and 17. We'll see if Jones can get out of this one. Elects to throw, going long. Unable to find his teammate in Evan Kurtz. So it'll be 4th and 17 with just over 30 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Just underthrew him, and they'll punt. But good coverage by Brandon Kingwood. And he just underthrew him there. He aired it out, and he had a good big throw, but it was just underneath and short of
Kurtz.
Kurtz, yeah. Kurtz a different target than the guy. Reed was the one who caught the first pass. Clock stops with that incompletion, 33.1, and they'll punt.
Flag on the play.
I don't know if it's offsides or illegal. It's a good punt, though. Yeah, he's got to get out of there.
And that ball is down inside the 20-yard line. However, there's a flag down on the field.
False start.
And there's an illegal procedure penalty against the Tigers.
Re-kick, pushing back and re-kick, good call. Because you don't want to take a 5-yard, it would only put it on the 25. And it's hard for a high school punter to duplicate that, as that kick, which doesn't count, was, 17 plus 30, 40, almost a 50-yard punt. Because it was from his own 32 to the 20. So that was a huge false start, because there's no way he's going to, it's going to be tough for him to duplicate that.
Yeah, it was some impressive distance and great height on the football.
That's the punter is Kurtz, who was on the attended receiver on the play before.
Playing multiple positions. As you mentioned earlier, Charlie, that the Tigers do have a light roster.
Line drive, still a good kick, but it's right at.
And caught by Richards, who's going for a little bit of a distance here on the run. Flag on the play. Richards still going, taking it to the house, and he ends up in the end zone for a touchdown.
It's a hold in the back. Terrible third bad penalty by Rhinebeck. Huge penalty. Block in the back. I don't even think it helped the play. It was behind the play. Not a good play by Rhinebeck. Undisciplined. Their 4th penalty of the game. So instead of it being a 65-yard punt return, it's going to be a lot less.
At this point, Charlie, there's nothing else to say, but like how you said it very aptly earlier, that they keep shooting themselves in the foot, or 1 step forward, 2 steps backwards. It's been one disaster after another so far for Rhinebeck. Nothing seems to be going right.
But at least that penalty was, I'm pretty sure that didn't mean anything. I think that's the end of the quarter. Yeah, the end of the quarter as the refs keep the time. So they got it from about the 35 on the line drive, a nice play to catch it, and brought it all the way there. But the penalty happened at the 40, and I'm pretty sure it was behind the play. So it brings it back to midfield. So that's where Rhinebeck will take over, and they're only down 7-0 with their 4 huge penalties. One led to a touchdown, but it's pretty close that it's only 7-0. So we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports.
Thank you for watching LMC Varsity Sports. We hope to continue this service of streaming our school's varsity sports matches, but we can only do this with your support. Visit lmcmedia.org/donate and make your contribution today and keep this program going.
Welcome back to LMC Varsity Sports. We are here at the second quarter at this football game here at the Rhinebeck High School between the Rhinebeck Panthers and the Croton-Harmon Tigers. As we start off the quarter with a carry.
And on the carry for the Blackcats, number 22, Russell Foster.
And it was Russell Foster who picks up 4 yards. So now it'll be 2nd down and 6 to open the second quarter.
Fourth Black Hat to carry it. Joey Leon had a carry. Dimitri Hilton's had the most carries. Merkel, the quarterback, and now who was that? Oh, Foster.
Merkel handing off to Hilton. Hilton unable to really go anywhere.
1 yard, maybe forward progress. Third and, well, he gave him 2 yards. 3rd and 4.5, 3rd and 4.
3rd down and 4.
High school, they do that forward progress a lot, Nick, and that's what he got there.
So now 3rd and 4 coming up momentarily.
Big 3rd and 4.
That's right, Charlie. It's big just because on the offensive end for the Panthers, they haven't been successful at all today, pretty much, as they can't keep running into penalties and are the victims of their own success, if you will. And that's a good successful carry by number 24, De La Rosa. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Black Hats.
And I was wrong. He actually got the first carry of the game, I think, or in the first drive. So he was the 5th and got a 2nd carry there. So 5 guys have carried the ball for Rhinebeck, including De La Rosa on that big run there.
That's right.
So first, yeah, and they're inside the 30, no, inside the 40, Nick, and it's a gotta keep it going for Rhinebeck.
And the handoff coming to De La Rosa again as he's coming down the left.
Leon?
Not De La Rosa, Leon, yes.
Number 18, Joey Leon.
Joey Leon.
And that picks up about 7 yards. They'll bring up 2nd down and 3.
So 2nd and 3.
The wind picks up. It's getting cold, huh?
Yeah, I mean, as we started the game, it was barely a cloud in the sky, and now clouds seem to be rolling in from behind us.
It's been so warm this fall that we were almost spoiled.
Handoff to Hilton as Hilton fights through a couple tackles, and
that's a great run.
Gets a 1st down. As the Panthers are just shy of Croton's 20. They're spotted at the 22.
Furthest they've brought it down, because before when they brought it down to 15, that got negated because of the penalty. So furthest time they're in the territory.
Handoff again as Leone picks up a couple yards.
And that doesn't include the touchdown that got taken off because of the punt return through the holding.
2nd and 6. As now the Panthers have made it inside the 20 and are in the red zone.
Just still 9 minutes of slow developing quarter, just like the first, but then it breezed by after, so we'll see how this works.
3 minutes plus so far on this drive as the handoff goes to Hilton.
Good job by Croton to gang tackle him.
And that carry by number 10, Dimitri Hilton, picks up a couple to bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 4 now.
My phone survived that fall.
Dropped your phone, Charlie?
Yeah, it might have been bad. Might have been, I might have just missed going underneath the bleachers, and then you would have had to be by yourself for 2 minutes while I scrambled.
I also see you don't have a case. That's bold.
It broke, yeah.
Movement coming in the backfield, and handoff comes. Great tackle there from
De La Rosa.
the Tiger defense, stopping De La Rosa in his tracks.
Number Stinga with another tackle. Listed as a running back nose tackle. Not a lot of nose tackles listed in the positions in any high school rosters.
And it was a loss of 5 yards, so it'll be 4th and 9.
There was no momentum there, so he couldn't blow forward, and there, go for it. So definitely a passing play here, but who knows?
And the Panthers
passed on this drive because since they're 0 for 5.
Yeah, like you said, Charlie, definitely a pass will probably be needed on this drive, and we'll see as the Panthers elect to go for it here. 4th and 9 with 7:25 left to play in this first half.
On the 21 of Croton, and he'll throw it.
Merkel steps back, throws.
Ooh, pass interference, good call. Pass interference, he was about to catch it, and out of nowhere, number 8, Edwin Down, pushed him. So a good call by the ref, who was right on top of it, and this officiating crew's been good. And, I mean, that's a good penalty because most likely he would have caught it, although they haven't completed a pass today. So who knows if he would have. He probably would have. That was De La Rosa. So instead of it being a touchdown, they'll get a 15-yard penalty, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 6. But, I mean, he still would have had to catch it, though. They haven't caught one, but it still is a good penalty because it looked like it was going to be a touchdown. Perfect pass from Merkel.
Of course, Merkel going against his body, throwing a nice pass. And like you said, we don't know if De La Rosa would have caught it, but everyone around us, and even us here in the press box, we can tell that De La Rosa would have had that easily caught.
Press box, the stands box.
The stands box, well, you know, we're right in front of the press box, as, you know, no one's allowed in there.
The Croton coaches, almost a touchdown run coming. But actually, I said it was a 15-yard penalty. That's in college. In NFL, of course, it's spot. That would have brought it to the 2. In college, it's 15. In high school, it's 10. So it brought it to the 11, but that run brought it down to about the 5. So it's 2nd and 4 from the 5. Russell Foster, good run.
It's all right, Charlie, we forgive you. 2nd and 3 with 7 to play.
Which is big because they can still get a 1st down and not a touchdown, so not a long 2nd and goal. Well, not long.
Hand off to Hilton.
Should be a 1st down and a 2nd and goal.
And that carry for the Black Hats, number 10, Dimitri Hilton. With a pickup of about 4, he's down just outside the goal line.
So they spot him within the 1-yard line, so it's going to be...
We got to stop it to play here while they bring out the sticks for a measurement.
So the refs elect to bring out the sticks for a measurement, so there'll be a stoppage of play.
I thought he definitely got it.
So did I. That's what it looked like, but...
My buddy, former coach Kevin McQuaid doing the sticks, he'll come out.
Here they go.
Let's go, Rhinebeck! Let's go, Rhinebeck! Let's go, Rhinebeck!
Big drive by the Tigers after it looked like they had scored. On the other end, on the fumble, not the fumble, on the punt return, instead they have, instead they drove down. They had that 3rd down on the first part of the drive, and and another one where they got the penalty. 2 3rd downs where they, and now it's 1st and goal from the 2. I think they got it by more than a yard. I don't know why they measured. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1. Maybe Hilton here, senior day.
Maybe Merkel just might run it in himself, and he elects to run it in himself. Does he break the plane?
Nope. Oh, he did.
And the referees deem it a touchdown. So number 9, Henry Merkel, brings the Panthers within 1 and makes it 6-7 with 6:15 left to play in the first half. A great drive by the Panthers is almost half of the quarter, 6:15 left, so slow and steady wins the race here.
Yeah, because that kickoff was right after that return was, and then the quarter ended. So that was the whole quarter. So it's 5 minutes, 45 seconds. And Fabazile, younger brother, a former kicker, not a good kick. Wasn't blocked or nothing, he just kicked it right at the line. So no good, 7-6.
in favor of the visitors.
And we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports.
We are back here after the quick intermission, after the Black Hats field goal attempt, or extra point attempt, excuse me, was stopped by the Tigers. So it is 6-7 in favor of the visitors as the Black Hats are about to kick off.
It was amazing it wasn't blocked as that extra point, as Fravzili will kick off here, but that it was just so low and so liner, but it just missed the whole line and it wasn't even close.
Here goes Fravzili. Great kick, and here go the Tigers taking the yardage available to them and getting stopped just over the 35. Benjamin Reed, who went for about 13 yards on that return.
Quick tackle by Cole Richards.
Number 21, Cole Richards.
On that punt return where they returned it to the house, but then they took it back because it was on the 50, to the 50 because of the hold. That was actually they re-elected, remember, to re-kick it because Croton had the penalty the play before.
Exactly, and handoff now to Reed.
So it was a 25-yard penalty, that one, because it would have been on the 20 and a 5-yard penalty, but instead they re-kicked and it went to the 50. So Rhinebeck did good to get it there, and converting on third downs was the key to scoring that drive. But also, it must be noted, Croton will get the ball to start the second half.
That's right, Charlie, and Reed there picking up 4 yards, so a good handoff by Jones gives them 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6 with just over 5 to play in the first half.
Reed listed as a tight end on our roster, but he's been running.
Jones lines up to throw, finds his teammate.
Flag.
It was Sarconi who caught the ball, but flag on the play, so we'll see what the refs decide.
I think it's against Croton, but that was a good catch. It would have only been like a 2-yard gain, but.
So right now we have the Stripes deliberating. And speaking of the Stripes, Charlie, I know we talked about this a little bit earlier off the air, but do you think the refs are black with white stripes or white with black stripes?
Because they said it was incomplete, but we talked about this. I guess black with white stripes because of the pants. Pants are all black.
Yeah, but some of the refs are wearing white hats.
As opposed to black hats. Like Rhinebeck.
Spot of the foul, and we'll replay 2nd down.
So, I mean, if it was complete, it would have been a 2-yard gain. Didn't matter because it was the penalty. But it was they said it was incomplete. And then they get the penalty, so it's 2nd and about 14 or 15.
14?
14 from their own 34. So a big penalty. Croton's had a couple of them.
Movement coming. Jones.
Rhinebeck has 2.
Elects to hand off to Dowd. Dowd breaking 1 tackle and needing an army to take him down.
Right on the sideline. Out of bounds.
That carry on the play by Croton's number 8, Edwin Dowd. A nice gain on that 2nd down play. It's going to bring up 3rd down at about 3.
Dowd picking up about 11 yards, making it 3rd down and 3 with 4:45 to play. Compared to the first quarter, Charlie, when the Tigers had their opening drive of the quarter where they pretty much scored in quick succession in a blink of an eye, almost 2 to 3 minutes of a drive. This one's a lot more calculated, or do you think that it's more of an accomplishment of the Rhinebeck defense?
Rhinebeck defense has been doing better. They said that he was down too. They only gave him 1 yard. It looked like he was like, it would have been 4th and inches. Yeah, not a good spot there. It looked like it would be 4th and inches or maybe even a first down. Instead, it's 4th and 2. And I think they'll go for it. But no, I think the Rhinebeck defense has stepped it up, and they have, they have stepped it up, and they play much better and improved. I think that had to do with, although a lot of guys play both ways, but the offense was on the field for a while, and since they made it 7-6, maybe it gave the defense some confidence. Shotgun here, big play, 4th and 2. He got it.
Oh, he definitely, broke through there. That's number 37, Stinga.
And that carry by number 37, Matthew Stinga.
Stinga makes the defense pay.
First and 10 from the 45-yard line. And at this time, we'd like to ask Coach Nick Iannello and his family to please make their way down to the track for the halftime ceremony. Again, Coach Nick Iannello.
They announce about the halftime ceremony, but stay here as we'll have it on live with our cameramen. We'll film it for you. Nick and I probably will be at the concession stand.
1st and 10, 3:20 to play. Oh, high snap, and recovered by Jones.
Wasn't that bad of a snap, Nick. It went right through his hands, but he wisely sprinted back to it before the defense, 50 and Reza and Foster could get to him. And instead of he dove on it, which you have to do. You can't pick it up and run with it. And it's a loss of 11. So it'll be 2nd and 21. That's a huge play. But I think it was a good snap. It just looked like it went just through his hands. I think he tried to do something with it before he caught it.
True, good point there, Charlie. I mean, I was looking at the scoreboard just to get the right time for our viewers at home, and when I turned back, it looked like the ball was way over his head. But he could have gone right to his hands, but he could have tipped it. Regardless, 2nd and 21.
As they pass the wine forward in the stands to give to Coach Iannello.
And the pass, number 32, Sarconi, picks up a couple yards.
And that screen pass was complete to number 32, John Anthony.
2:15 left, Nick. 3rd and.
However, only a short gain. It's going to bring up
3rd and 21. What was it? 3rd and 23, 3rd and 22. No, it's 3rd and 21. So
3rd and 20. It was 2nd and 21. So just a gain of 1. With 2 minutes to play here.
They stop him, and the clock doesn't stop because it's an incomplete pass. Should call timeout, but well, I'll be interested to see what they do. Rhinebeck, because you force him to punt. You never know. I think Rhinebeck has all 3 timeouts left. I know Croton used 1 on that extra point, and Rhinebeck used 1, so I think they got 2 each.
Jones rolling out, looking to throw. Does he? No, he keeps the ball himself and goes on a run.
Ooh.
But great tackle there by Foster.
Call timeout because it's going to be 4th and 15. They should call timeout here. Doesn't look like they are. Now they are. 1:20. Hey, guys, stop the clock here. They called timeout with 1:21. They're still running the clock. Last week they made a ton of mistakes, and it continues. So 1:21 left, and we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports.
Do you have a great idea for a YouTube video or a short film, but don't know how to make it happen? LMC Media has what you need. Our equipment cage is stocked with professional quality cameras, tripods, lighting, sound, cabling, and more. Our 768 square foot studio features a full lighting grid, wraparound green screen, teleprompter, TriCaster, and high definition cameras. To reserve equipment, contact us at reserve@lmcmedia.org.
are back out of that timeout here. And the punt comes from the Tigers.
As the refs told them to put the time back on the clock, so it goes to 1:22, so they were able to correct it. That's good job. Good punt for 45 to the 12, so that's a 33-yard punt and perfectly placed with 1:12 left as Rhinex's next to their own end zone. But a good second quarter for the Black Hats as they made it 7-6.
That's right, Charlie, but let's see if they can close it out well without making any mistakes or turning the ball over. Because then that would put them in a pretty big hole of 8 points if anything bad were to happen, but right now it's only 1. The score is 6-7 in favor of the visitors.
Rhineck could have used their timeout a little quicker, about 1:30, but instead they 1:22, and they'll pass close to their end zone, and they'll complete it, and this could be a first down, and it is. What, did he fumble? Almost.
There's a hard tackle there from the Tigers. It looked like it was Urick. The hard tackle.
Kingwood, who had the lone touchdown last week on a pass.
And that ball was down on that play to stop the clock. It'll bring up second down for the Black Hats.
Second and 10 incoming. Who do you think will be the happier of the two coaches, Charlie? I think, in my opinion, it would be hard to say because even though the Tigers are up by 1 point, it's pretty much been even from both sides so far as Merkel rolls out and he completes a throw to De La Rosa.
Yeah, I think Rhinex's coaches will be happier because Croton was up 7-0 and it looked like it was going to be a rout. And Rhineck has come back. So they spiked it with 50 seconds. They have one timeout left, but they'll save it. But yeah, I would say the Rhineck coaches have to be happier with the way they come back. And as Croton had a lead and they were up and it looked like they were going to cruise, but Rhineck's hung in there in the 7-6.
So with 50.7 in the first half, we're waiting to see what offensive schemes the Black Hats have in store for the Tigers as they finally break their huddle after Merkel returned with instructions from Coach Baika. Merkel rolls out, throw. Great defense there by Sarcone.
That pass intended for number 18, Joey Leone, falls incomplete. It's going to bring up third down.
Bees here in October. They don't get the message that the weather's cold, huh?
I'm not a botanist, Charlie, so I don't know that much about bees and flowers and.
Yeah, defer to Rob for that.
Rob doesn't know anything either.
3rd and 10.
Maybe we'll have to ask Sean Kelly.
Yeah, Sean
one of
Kelly.
our cameramans, or Sean Riley, the other cameraman.
Riley too, right? The Seans. The two Seans, Riley and Kelly. End around.
Handoff comes.
Good job, he got out of bounds, but that brings up 4th down. So you have to punt it because it's 4th and 5 from their own 39. If you don't, you give Croton a chance with 2 timeouts and there. So maybe he didn't want to get out of bounds probably.
Yeah, I don't know, but De La Rosa did make a great effort trying to at least get the first down. Picked up 5 though. So with just under 40 seconds to play, we'll see if now the Panther defense can hold the Tigers.
Oh, hot chocolate, Nick. Good punt. The pressure got to him, but it's a good punt, and it's like a swirling bounce, and it's down by Kingwood at the. Good job
40.
to avoid the block. It's only a 26-yard punt, but he avoided the block as Croton smartly brought the house, because if they blocked that, they would set themselves up with great field position with less than 35 seconds. So that was the play for Croton, and they tried it, but we'll see what they can do with 40 seconds. And I believe they still have 2 timeouts.
Yeah, 30.7 to go as the Tigers will be on the 40 to get things started on this drive. And Charlie, are you a big hot chocolate guy, or do you prefer coffee or tea?
Hot chocolate. I don't don't really like either. I like hot tea, hot chocolate, no coffee. I already have enough energy, Nick. Right, Rob?
All right.
Yeah. No, what about you?
I'm a big coffee guy. I like black coffee as the handoff comes from Jones to Stinga.
They said he was down.
And they said he was down, but from our vantage point, it didn't really look like he was down.
Yeah, they ruled him down on the knee. He didn't think he was down. He kept going and ran over another player. But Croton will call timeout. But it takes off 12 seconds, so it'll be 2nd and 7, 2nd and 3. Probably took off less, but 2nd and 3 with from their own 47 with 19.7. We'll be right back. LMC Media.
Did you know you can watch LMC Media on your Roku in full high definition? Go to streaming channels and search for ScreenWeave. Install the Cablecast ScreenWeave channel. Look for the green icon. Open the channel, scroll to LMC Media, and press OK. Your device will remember your selection in the future. From within the app, you can watch all 3 of LMC's channels live. Or check out municipal and school board meetings, varsity sports, and more on demand.
LMC Varsity Sports with 19.7 to go in the first half as Jones rolling out and is hounded by the Panther defense.
That should end the quarter and halftime, Nick. Who was that? That was 22?
Yes, that was Foster.
Russell Foster's had a couple big plays, and that'll bring us to halftime. But stay here as we'll have the coach Nick Iannello ceremony of his 19 years coaching at Rhinebeck, as we'll have it for you live next on LMC Varsity Sports. So I think we'll take a break right until it starts. So we'll be right back with it. Yep, so we'll take a break. It should start in a couple minutes. And as they bring out his nice table of gifts. So we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports.
Did you know you can watch LMC Media on your Roku in full high definition? Go to streaming channels and search for ScreenWeave. Install the Cablecast ScreenWeave channel. Look for the green icon. Open the channel, scroll to LMC Media, and
Coach Bika, welcome today's special guest, Coach Nick Iannello in Stanley. Joining Coach Nick Iannello today is his wife Julie, daughter Julia, with husband Mark Pineros, and their son Nicholas, as well as his daughter Jamie, with husband Dan Morrissey, and their son Keaton. Today we have the pleasure of recognizing Coach Nick Iannello and celebrating his Rhinebeck coaching career. Coach Iannello led the Blackcat football team for an impressive 19 seasons. For those of you who may not know, Coach Iannello's love and dedication to the Rhinebeck football program first began as a player. He was a fierce competitor and leader among his Rhinebeck teammates who was instrumental in their appearance in the 1977 the Black team going to the Championship Bowl played at Memorial Field. As a coach, Nick always had the most out of his players. He was a master motivator and he got his kids to believe in themselves. He helped them to understand that the team is bigger than any individual, and he made an incredible impact both on and off the field on the lives of hundreds of athletes who played for him. Countless players earned accolades under Coach Ianello's tutelage, including 85 all-league selections, 19 all-section honorable mention selections, 18 all-section selections, 2 all-state honorable mentions, 19 all-state selections, and 1 Sports Illustrated All-American. In addition, 18 of his players went on to play football at the collegiate level. One of Coach Ianello's many admirable qualities is his humility, and if you have ever spoken to him about his career, he would never give you his resume or tell you about his career win total. He'd be more quick to redirect attention to credit his staff and the players for any honors. Nevertheless, his honors are impressive, and they include Section 1's Class C Coach of the Year on 5 occasions, Section 1 Overall Coach of the Year in 2013. In that same season, the New York Giants recognized him as New York Giants Tri-State Coach of the Week. Illinois also selected Coach Ianello Coach of the Week after the final regular season game in 2012, when his squad polished off one of the most impressive and remarkable regular seasons in Section 1 history, finishing that year 7-0 and outscoring their opponents 229-0, shutting out every opponent they faced. Coach's teams have a reputation of being extremely well coached, prepared, and tough. He guided the Black Hats to 3 league championships, 1 section championship, 2 New York State regional championships, and in 2013, played in the New York State championship game in the Carrier Dome in Syracuse. We have some comments here for people who have worked and played with Coach Ianello. For Mr. Seglia, it was a pleasure working with Coach Ianello during 12 of his 19 seasons as the head coach. He is a man who holds family, football, and friendships dear to his heart. Coach had a unique ability to make every player in his program feel valued and appreciated, and a part of something bigger than themselves. He cared more about his players as people than as football players. Many people remember the magic of the 2013 season and say how memorable it was. But that, of course, being one heck of a season and a fun ride, but we equally remember and admire the job Coach did with his teams that were not as talented or successful, and how he motivated them to continue to believe and fight from week to week. Coach, we had some great times. Enjoy a happy and healthy retirement with Julie, your beautiful daughters, son-in-laws, and those amazing grandsons. That again, message from Mr. Seglia. We also have a message from Tyrone Davis, the class of 1993. A football alum, he states, "We all know him as Coach I, but for the last 20 years of his service, I think many of us would call him Father I. Being that constant figure and showing tough love, Coach I formed relationships with so many that will never be forgotten. Coach I, with his love for football, Rhinebeck, and the football X's and O's, put Rhinebeck back on the map. But it was his personality, his love for family, and a very special wife that made the Black Hats a family forever." Again, that message from Tyrone Davis, class of 1993. And this message from Rhinebeck alum in class of 2006, as well as Rhinebeck Athletic Hall of Fame inductee Michael Deerwester. Michael says, "Coach I was many things, demanding, inspiring, loving. Sure, he knew his X's and O's, and he was never too proud to learn. But more than anything, Coach I knew how to build culture, how to restore a sense of immense pride into a program that almost ceased to exist before his arrival. In a word, Coach I was a rock around Rhinebeck football, around which Rhinebeck football, and to a certain extent, the Rhinebeck boys sports programs, finally began to believe in themselves again. In a small, tight-knit community where most of us had to play multiple sports, Coach I's effect on our confidence and aspirations was profound. With his vision, commitment, and care, my teammates and I began to believe that we could win, not just on the football field, but on the court and the diamond as well. Coach I simply made things special. He made it cool to wear Rhinebeck letterman jacket again, and as we began to develop a winning culture, he helped us to dream new dreams. At a team level, this meant competing for section and state championships, but also on a personal level, it meant aspiring to play at the next level. On my team alone, Coach I developed 5 Division I football players. Prior to Coach I, none of my teammates or I could have dared to admit such ambitions. We would have been laughed at. Coach I forever changed my life and the lives of so many others. He had an innate knack for knowing how to get the most out of his players, for knowing just when to push the right buttons, and he molded boys into young men and young men into high-performing teams. And along the way, he taught us the values of accountability, trust, and family. My memories with Coach I and the Black Hats are some of the fondest and most precious. In his own hard-nosed way, he taught me how to dream big. And that where there's a will, there's a way. And that's the Black Hat way, of course. Apart from my parents, likely no one else had a greater impact on the trajectory of my life than Coach I wouldn't have gone to college, or wouldn't have gone to the college that I did. I wouldn't have met my wife. I wouldn't be a dad to my baby girl. And for all of these things, I am forever grateful to this remarkable man. I congratulate Coach I on his 2 decades of service as the head coach of Rhinebeck football and humbly thank him for making such a positive impact, not just on my life, but the lives of so many others in our community. Again, that message is from Hall of Fame inductee and 2006 graduate, Michael Deerwester. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and give a round of applause for Coach Nick Iannello. Congratulations, Coach I.
LMC Varsity Sports. We hope to continue this service of streaming our school's varsity sports matches, but we can only do this with your support. Visit lmcmedia.org/donate and make your contribution today and keep this program going.
Larchmont Mamaroneck, this is your media center. Live mobile production van. In-studio recording. Podcasting. Social media. In your schools. Watching your government. With your neighbors. LMC Media. Building community through media.
LMC Media helped me in my media journey from the very beginning.
And I was a video production intern with Larchmont Mamaroneck Community Television.
I started volunteering at LMC 10 years ago when I was just 10 years old.
I started out announcing games for the varsity sports part of LMC TV.
I started volunteering with LMC TV around middle school.
I needed a place to start so I could learn and grow not only in front of the camera but also behind the scenes.
I gained incredibly valuable hands-on experience in live video production.
But working here cemented my love for film and television production, and now it's something that I want to do for the rest of my life.
It gave me those reps, those opportunities to get some games under my belt.
There was something about working with my hands, being part of a team, and getting to meet so many different people over the course of a night that really inspired me to pursue a career in media production.
It mattered to me because I felt like I was contributing to a talented local station while also learning as much as I could about the community that I was serving.
By working on shows like The Local Live and the annual election night coverage from a young age, I was learning about and got to be involved in news going on in the community.
With the knowledge and confidence that they gave me, I now feel that I am well equipped to go out into the world and pursue a career in video journalism.
I wouldn't be where I am today without LMC TV.
as an employee of WNET New York Public Media.
I'm now a graduate student at New York University's News and Documentary Journalism program.
And it's helped lead to my career of announcing games for ESPN+.
LMC and the people here changed my life.
And I don't even know where I would be with my career or my ambitions or my passions if I had not experienced that internship.
And that's why I can't imagine my life without LMC, because they truly have built a community.
The skills I learned at LMC, I forever take with me on all my media assignments. So thank you, LMC.
So I'm very, very thankful.
Do you need space for a meeting, conference, or presentation? LMC Media has what you need. Our 768 square foot studio space is ideal for many types of productions, readings, recitals, rehearsals, and workshops. The space has video recording capability, as well as daylight temperature lighting, green screen, and stage. 2 additional rooms at 208 and 156 square feet can be used for any of your needs. Auditions, meetings, classes, workshops, one-on-one instructions, and more. Both rooms feature video monitors with Chromecasting capability, making presentations a breeze. To reserve one or more of our spaces, contact us at reserve@lmcmedia.org.
For our senior day ceremony.
Welcome back to LMC Varsity Sports. We are here after halftime and a touching tribute to Coach I at the Rhinebeck High School here for this football match between the Rhinebeck Panthers and the Croton-Harmon Tigers. The score, if you are just tuning in now, is 6-7 in favor of the visitors. And an onside kick is attempted. And it looks like the Black Cats have recovered.
The kicker recovered it.
And that onside kick was recovered by the Black Cats.
So the kicker, Julian
Number 52, Julian Ravazil,
who kicked it off. It went 12 yards. All it had to do was go 10 yards. He kicked it, and he recovered it at the 12. So that's a huge play by Ravazil. After he missed the extra point, he recovers the onside kick, and it's Panthers ball. A little Super Bowl magic, what was it, 5? That onside kick, what was that? 10 years, the one that went right through Hank Basket. What was that, like 8-9 years ago? The Colts Saints. You don't see that.
I believe that was 2009, actually.
Yeah, maybe.
But
it was between the Giants ones. Yeah, you're right.
Handoff coming here, and the Panthers going down the right side. A late hit from the back.
Bounds.
De La Rosa.
We have a flag down on the field at the end of the play.
De La Rosa with a big gain there after the pitch.
Because he hit him in the head. He was halfway out of bounds, and he hit him on his head, too.
And the indication is a personal foul penalty against Croton.
15 yards from the spot of the foul.
So instead of it,
tack on an extra 10 yards at the end of that play, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Black Cats.
Instead of it being at
inside the 15-yard line.
At the 25, it's now inside the 15. 1st and 10. Merkel electing to hand the ball off. And it was Foster who picked up a couple yards.
Yeah, pick up of about a yard. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 9 is the call.
Make sure you get every drop of that hot chocolate, Riley.
Our cameraman to the right of us, Sean Riley, making a run to the concession stand and getting some hot chocolate. A handoff to Hilton, who runs it up the middle for another short gain.
Black Hat carry by number 10, Dimitri Hilton. We'll pick up about 5. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4.
$3 a pop for the hot chocolate. That people can't say no because they're cold. And the tea.
I was told it's Swiss Miss.
Yeah, it's all right. Sean
Riley approves.
Third and 5 from the 8. Third and 4 maybe.
Giving it off to Hilton again. Getting a yard, if anything.
They ripped it out, and they got the football. So Hilton fumbles it. They rip it out, and Croton here, and that could be the play of the game right there, Nick. Instead of having, it would have been 4th and 3 from the 7. It's now 1st and 10, Croton from the 9.
It was Sarcone.
Who was that, 30?
32, Sarcone.
Yeah, Sarcone with it. He ripped it out, and he recovered it just like that. So the onside kick goes for nothing, although you have them backed up on their own 9.
That's right, Charlie. It's essentially a gain of nothing when you think about it, because that onside kick, yes, it gave you momentum and it gave you great field positioning to start the second half, but now that there was no points scored and Croton has the ball, albeit like you said, in their own 9, they at least have some possession to work with. As Jones handed the ball off, and
that carry
pretty small gain.
Goes for a short loss. It's going to bring up
second
second
fumble
down.
from Rhinex
instead, not a gain.
Number 5, Jake Ledun.
As Nikic recovered a fumble too, so Nikic and Sarcone with the 2 fumble recoveries for Croton. And that lost a yard, so it'll be from the 8 now. And if you could stop them here a couple in a row, they'll have to punt in their own end zone, although their punter's done pretty good today, Kurtz.
So they line up with 2 men in the backfield. Jones elects to hand the ball off.
Defensive line looks good, Nick.
Yeah, the ball was handed off to 27.
Number 27.
To Reed, but
Benjamin Reed.
A gain of 1.
Pickup of about a yard. It'll bring up 3rd down and 11.
Getting a little dark now. So it happens with the 3 o'clock start.
Third and 11 with 9 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Big play here.
Jones steps back, throws. Just out of reach for Edwin Dowd.
They'll have to
So it'll
punt
be a 3 and out.
at the start of their end zone.
Number 8, Edwin Dowd,
So at the very least, Rhinex should get the ball at the Croton 40 probably. That's about the average punting leg. Although you had a booming one that got taken back because of the penalty. They'll have 2 guys back. Kingwood.
So 4th and 11.
Kingwood and Richards. Richards took it to the house, but it was taken back because of the
kick incoming. A scuffed kick.
Gotta get out of the way. Wow, what a bounce for Croton. That landed at about the 28,
and that ball
29.
Is down.
It was a low liner,
and
then it was
40-yard line.
exactly like I said at the 40. So without that good
territory.
bounce, they would have been probably on the 30. Instead, it bounces and squibs to the 40. So they had from their own 9 or 8. So that's a 31-yard punt that only went about 21 in the air. 20 in the air and rolled 11, and Rhineck can redeem themselves with a touchdown after fumbling on the 9. A rare fumble from Hilton.
If not a touchdown, at least a field goal, because you'd like to get some points on the board and at least go ahead for the first time today.
I don't know what the range is for Frabzili, but the extra point wasn't great.
Electing to hand off.
I figure they definitely would. I don't think they would have attempted a field goal. If Hilton didn't fumble, it would have been 4th and 3 from the 9. I think they would have went for it. I don't think they would have attempted a field goal. I mean, that extra point wasn't a good kick, and his range is probably only like 10, 15-yard line.
That's a good point, Charlie, but that was a
sure.
great run by
when you're only down 1, though. Yeah. It would have been interesting to see. But that's how key a kicker, if a teams could have a very good, reliable kicker, it could make a difference. But it didn't matter because of the fumble.
Merkel giving off to number 24.
That's De La Rosa.
That carry on the play,
He's had 3 or 4 carries. They've all been like that on
Chase
the
De
end
La
around
Rosa.
because he's a wide receiver, but it's
He
not
picks
really
up about
fooling
2,
anyone
can
any
bring
now.
up 3rd down.
Did it to start the game. He got a couple, but
3rd and 4th now. Handoff to Hilton. And he gets more than enough to secure the 1st down.
And that carry by the Blackcats, number 10, Dimitri Hilton.
That was his first carry, right, since the fumble? That was good.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Blackcats at the Croton 25-yard line.
That's right, Charlie. So they line up at the 25-yard line for Croton. With 7:09 left to go. And
wound up getting about 10 yards there.
Like you said a little bit ago, it's getting a little dark. The sun's getting real low.
What sun?
I'm surprised how some of these fans here are wearing short sleeve shirts or shorts, but respective Hilton getting the handoff.
And that carry by Dimitri Hilton goes for a 2-yard gain. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
Second and 8 from the 24. Wow, what a win for your Syracuse Orange. Beat Virginia Tech, outscoring them 21-10 in the 4th quarter.
Ah, my alma mater.
4-4. What?
My alma mater, Charlie.
You didn't graduate yet, right?
Basically.
Your school, yeah.
Basically. I'm basically in my senior slump right now. I'm coasting.
You got 3 yards there.
And that carry on the play by the Blackcats, number 9, Hunter Merkel.
Merkel with the 3 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 5.
It's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 5. No, Lincoln, it was 3. It'll be 3rd and 5 from the 20, and this is a huge 3rd down. It was key because it would have been like, if he didn't get anything, it would have been like 3rd and 8. Now it's 3rd and 5. Probably, definitely 4-down territory. So if you're Rhinebeck, Nick, you want 4 yards. No, 3 yards here at the least. So it'll be 4th and 2.
We'll see what happens here. Merkel.
Maybe Hilton, feed it to Hilton. Yeah.
Merkel rolling out.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And he might be caught here.
Good job.
As he goes all the way to the sidelines and gets tackled, and it'll be 4th down and a gain of nothing by the looks of it, but there's also a Tiger player down.
Number 9, Hunter Merkel.
So we'll take a quick break here on LMC Varsity Sports, and we'll be right back.
We have an injury on the field.
LMC Media's YouTube channel is where you can connect to your community. You can easily find your favorite videos in a playlist or keyword search. Videos are added daily relating to your community, weekly updates, talk shows.
Welcome to another community conversation. I'm Michael Witch for LMC Media.
How-tos, and municipal meetings. Stay connected through video. Check it out and subscribe.
My name is Sean. I am a regular volunteer here.
Hi, I'm Paul. I'm a volunteer. Today is my very first day. I've only been here about an hour.
LMC just provides a lot of opportunities for volunteers.
This was the first opportunity I've ever had to be like in a professional news setting.
I've learned on camera, I've learned post-production, I've learned everything that I could possibly learn about the world of TV and production in general.
All right, welcome back to LMC Varsity Sports. After that brief intermission where there was a Tiger player down on the field, a great pass there from Merkel. finding Ladon.
And that catch was complete to number 5, Jake Ladon. And that's enough for first down.
Ladon caught it basically at the line of
It'll be
scrimmage,
first
or
and
1
10 for
yard
the
pass, and then
Blackcats
he
inside the
basically
15-yard
weaved his
line.
way through right, and then in the middle, and he gets a first down, and it's 1st and 10 from the 11. And Rhinebeck is basically where they just were, but 4:33 left. They're looking to go ahead, and if they do score, I'm interested to see if they go for 2 or not.
So the handoff.
First, they got to score.
Was well read there by Stinga.
Yeah, the handoffs to De La
And
Rosa
that carry by
haven't,
the Blackcats, number 24.
on the end
Chase
arounds,
De La
really
Rosa
haven't
goes for a loss. It's going to bring up second down.
helped them.
A loss of 3. So it'll be 2nd and 13 with 4:05 to go.
They should give Hilton the ball more. He hasn't had as many carries. He gets his normal amount, but like should have a couple more carries, I think. Senior day, he's had a couple. I mean, he did fumble, but then after that,
he's also wider, so he can withstand a little bit more pressure and can ride tackles a little bit more effectively.
That was the first completion, I think. Yeah, it was, definitely.
Great little pitch to the right-hand side. De La Rosa unable to break the plane. He's close.
And that carry by the Blackcats, number 24.
And
Chase
it
De La
wasn't an
Rosa.
end around. It was just a straight handoff. And that benefited it because they knew the end around. So it'll be first and goal from about the 3-yard line, maybe the 2. And
From the 2-yard line.
As De La Rosa with the run. But that completion to Ladon, I think that was the first completion. It's like 1 of 7. I don't remember another completion.
I was going to say the pass to De La Rosa down over here that was flagged for pass interference, but obviously, you know, everyone in the stands would assume that he would have caught that. But here's a touchdown from Dimitri Hilton, running it up the middle, finding a nice pocket.
I would assume they go for 2 because you want to make it 14-7. But yeah, they will, I think. No, they put up Zili. I don't understand that because it would make it 13-7 if he makes it. What's the point of that?
Well,
you want to be up by a touchdown.
I think the reasoning is to get the easy point, quote unquote. There's obviously no point is easily won in football, but
yeah. Oh, they fake it. Oh.
And that 2-point conversion is no good.
They said it. I think they said that the holder's pass to, but he doesn't have to pass it. I don't understand that call. Rob, maybe you know.
After that touchdown,
because it hit the ground first. But it
12
looked like,
7
I guess it was a bad snap, or that's what they were going to do. But nonetheless, we'll stay here as they're about to kick off. It's 12-7. But you're right. It's good to do the extra point as they're trying to get an explanation, Coach Beachy. Oh, here's what the officials say. I guess it hit the ground somehow. But you're right. Now all Croton needs to do to take the lead is score. They don't even need the extra point.
Exactly.
But it didn't matter anyway. That was just madness.
Exactly.
The ball hit the ground either when Fabzili tried to throw it, or I think from his holder giving it to him, but that wouldn't make any sense. I don't know, Rob, if you know. No.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Is Mutwe, Butwe, Matwe.
The double hands. Yeah. And he'll kick off here.
Doesn't make as much sense as duck off of Waters' back makes sense, but you know.
Last time they kicked off to start the half, they onsided. So we'll see what happens here. Who recovered it? Fabzili. So he's still 0 of 1, as that doesn't count as an attempt, as they said it was incomplete. But I don't know if it was a bad snap, and that's why they didn't. That's why they tried to fake it, or because the guy was coming, so there was no way they would have got it off.
It was hard to tell from our vantage point.
Yeah, or if that was the actual play.
Here comes the kickoff. Great kick. And collected, and here goes the Tigers trying to take as much yardage as they can, and eventually stopped just shy of the 50.
Benjamin Ree got 24 yards on that return. Got it basically from the between the 25
and
and
that
the
return for Croton
between the
brings ball out to
25.
the 48-yard line, where it's going to be first down and 10.
Ref corrects the
tackle for
time.
the
It's
Black Hats.
2:25
Number
as they keep the
86, Riley
clock
Taylor.
on there, and they do that. But it was the 47. They kicked it to about the 23-24, and he got about 23-24. And one more guy, and Reed would have been gone.
Exactly.
If he broke one or two more tackles, that would have been a touchdown.
Exactly.
He was fast and weaving, and he got by enough guys. But Rhinebeck was able to stop him just short of midfield.
Exactly, Charlie. Like you said, I think there was one or two defenders in his path that he would have had to ride the tackles from. Other than that, he would have had a free lane to just go take it to the house. But
yeah, because he already got by about 5 or 6. And that is a good run by Stinga. He's been good. He hasn't got a ton of carries, but he's had every carry's been for at least 6 or 7 yards, and he's got maybe 3 or 4.
On the play for Croton results in a 12
and he has literally been everywhere today. Obviously, he plays on the defensive end as well, but whether it's on offense or defense, Stinga's presence is known, whether it's from picking up yards from runs or making tackles on defense.
And Rhinebeck had it sniffed out that time, same play, and he gets 4 yards, probably his least amount of yards on a rush by him today. And yeah, he's listed as a nose tackle, which it doesn't look like he's been. And Ledon, who had the big catch, makes the tackle. So Rhinebeck has now scored their touchdowns on a 2-yard touchdown run by Dimitri Hilton, the senior, here on senior day, and the 1-yard touchdown run by Merkel.
So 1:30 to play.
But how about the defense? Great play there to stop the quarterback on the keeper. Looked like he was going to pull it, but they scored what in the first 3.5, 4 minutes, Croton?
Yeah, in the first 3.5, 4 minutes of the game.
Rhinebeck, and then they got a punt, and then they went down at will and scored about 6 plays. So it was about 8 minutes to go, and Rhinebeck hasn't given up any points since.
On the tackle for the Black Hats, number 68, Daniel Rossi.
I mean, 4 minutes into the game, and yeah, and look, Rhinebeck's totals that they've given up this year, they haven't. The only time they gave up less than 7 points was when they beat Woodlands 21-6 in Woodland.
Pocket, Jones throws, looking for his teammate in Stinga, I believe, but unable to corral that one.
And that pass.
The defense stopping the Tigers.
Fourth down.
Cole Richards with a good play. It was close to maybe being a little hold or defensive interference, but his push in the back and his presence being there just got the incompletion, and it'll be 4th and 6. 4th and 7. Yeah, because it was like 2nd and 6, and then they lost a yard, 3rd and 7. And now they're going for it. Down 7, 36.5 seconds. This could be one of the big plays of the game here, Nick.
4th and 7, down 5. Jones steps out of the pocket. What will he do? I guess he keeps it. Ooh! And he stopped just shy of the first down, so it'll be a turnover on downs.
For about a 5-yard gain.
Needed 7, needed 7, and he only got about 4.5, 5. So it'll be 1st and 10, Rhinebeck from their own 35. And this will be where they can build on their lead. And you want a long drive here, 30 seconds to go, but if you could get a drive where you take about 6 minutes off the clock, which they've done 2 or 3 times today, well, about twice. They had that one where they fumbled and the other one too. Could have a chance as they favor the run.
So Merkel and the offense take over with just under 30 to play. And Hilton finding a nice pocket on the inside and
that carry by number
goes
10,
for
Hilton.
about
Picks up 11.
13, 12
That's a first down.
yards.
1st and 10 for the Black Hats.
1st and 10 with just over 15 to play in the 3rd quarter.
And they'll wisely just let the quarter end, so they'll switch fields, and it'll be
and
the quarter ends, so it'll be 12-7 Rhinebeck with their touchdown in the 3rd. So we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports here at Rhinebeck as the Panthers lead 5 here on Nick Iannello Day.
Entered postseason.
Do you need space for a meeting, conference, or presentation? LMC Media has what you need. Our 768 square foot studio space is ideal for many types of productions, readings, recitals, rehearsals, and workshops. The space has video recording capability, as well as daylight temperature lighting, green screen, and stage. 2 additional rooms at 208 and 156 square feet can be used for any of your needs. Auditions, meetings, classes, workshops, one-on-one instructions, and more. Both rooms feature video monitors with Chromecasting capability, making presentations a breeze. To reserve one or more of our spaces, contact us at reserve@lmcmedia.org.
Three quarters down, and we're now here for the fourth quarter at Rhinebeck High School. Great throw from Merkel. That is his second completion today.
To number 23.
Second.
Brendan Kingwood.
From their own 47 to the Croton 27. So that's 30 yards.
27-yard line.
So 30-yard completion. He got about 27 of it, and then he rolled forward for about 3. And a huge play there. A great catch, too, because that was a tough ball, the way the ball was thrown.
Exactly. Great catch by Foster, but it looks like De La Rosa trying to shake a tackle, and I think he just gets a loss.
He bobbled it, Nick. He bobbled the original snap. He bobbled it for a second, and then he re-caught it and ended up getting a yard. 2nd and 9. And as this is a huge possession here, it's already a minute and a half deep.
Just going back to the completed pass, that was Merkel's second completion of the day, correct?
Yeah, about 2 for 9, maybe 2 for 10. But they've been, they've been big ones. The one to Ladon, and then that 30-yarder to there. So the Ladon was about 15, so close to 50 yards, 2 for 9. But he's had some good runs, Merkel,
to Hilton, and Hilton able to pick up a couple yards.
Black Cat carrying to play number 10, Dimitri Hilton.
And for our viewers at home, it's starting to drizzle here.
Really?
Charlie is a little confused. He's like, I don't feel anything, but if you look off into the distance, you'll see that it's actually drizzling. He's got to look intently at something to see the raindrops.
Let me get up the radar. I do have Radar Rob at my disposal, though.
Oh.
Radar
Black
Rob.
Cat carrying to play number 10, Dimitri Hilton.
It's not supposed to rain till 8 o'clock.
He slipped on the play.
I guess.
Goes for a short gain. It's going to bring up 4th down.
If you just look off at something in the distance, you can see the raindrops falling here.
It's supposed to rain the next 4 days. So it'll be 4th and 2, the biggest play probably of the game so far. I said that a couple times, but this one is big. 4th and 2 from their own 20.
Merkel handing the ball off to De La Rosa, and De La Rosa finding some free space. And a touchdown from De La Rosa. And the Tigers coach that is right next to us is screaming at the stripes, asking for a hold. But so far, nothing's been called, and it'll be 18-7 in favor of the Panthers.
19-yard end around touchdown run. And now they'll go for 2, maybe? I don't know. Yep, they'll go for 2. So senior day, 2 seniors with runs, and they'll throw it, and that would have 2 points, would have made it 20-7 instead of 18-7.
The end zone falls incomplete.
It looked like it was going right into the hands of
De La
Rosa for the 2-point conversion, but the throw from Merkel was a little high. I think he actually maybe where he ran short of it and just stopped and couldn't
with the
finish the
play,
play.
we're gonna take a
So it'll be
moment to
18-7
recognize
instead of
one more of our
27, which
teams
could
that
be
were
a
in
big
action yesterday. The
thing.
Rhinebeck
But that drive took
Panthers girls soccer team hosted
started with
Holland
30
in the
seconds
first
left,
round
so
of
it
the
took
sectional
3 minutes.
playoffs.
3-minute drive, but they scored, so it doesn't matter.
On a goal from Sophia England.
That's right, Charlie.
Assisted by
And
Emma Young.
with now 2:30
registered
gone
5
in
saves
the
in the shutout
first
victory.
quarter, fourth quarter, excuse
The
me.
team will travel to Bradford
Now
High School
the
for a
Tigers
quarterfinal matchup this
are
Monday.
chasing this game,
Congratulations to the girls soccer
and
team.
like you said a little bit ago when I asked you who'd be the happier of the two teams, and you said it would be the Panthers. Now we have to see what the Tigers will do to respond, and we'll see if Coach Callahan can turn the tide here, as the Panthers have completely taken over this game from the first touchdown that the Tigers scored.
That was like 3.5 minutes in, and Coach Beach's team has responded well. Darren Beecher, the first year, he actually was the field hockey coach last year, the first ever, where 1 year the coach is field hockey, next year he's the football coach, and
a handoff from the kick.
Wow.
And now the Tigers are going for some yards. There's a flag on the play, and he's still running. It's Benjamin Reed who finally gets stopped at the Panther 20.
Edwin Dowd got it, and then he handed it off to Benjamin Reed, and Reed took it, but I think it's a hold. The same play that it was going.
Reed caught it, or received it, excuse me, from Dowd at the Croton 30 and brought it all the way down to the Panther 20.
Yeah, he didn't even toss it. He just handed it off. Usually on that, you toss it.
But we'll see what the call is on the field.
And the indication
And
is
holding against
lock in the
Croton.
back against Croton.
Obviously, they don't like, so it goes from their own 20 to the. So instead of being at their 20, it'll be on
the spot of the foul.
35.
First and 10
So they caught it
for
about the
Croton.
20 and took it to the other 20, but because of the
From their own
penalty,
35-yard
it'll be
line.
on the 35 now. Instead, it was on Nikic, who recovered that fumble in the first half. Nikic, they originally said 45. There is no 45 on Croton, but they said 75 on the big guy, Nikic. I didn't even see him on that play. He's one of the linemen. I don't know if they've gotten tired because all these guys basically are playing both ways because they only have 21 guys healthy total on their team. But to start off like 7-0 and stuff, and now trail 18-7, might have a little to do with that possibly.
That's right, Charlie. They do have a couple of members out. Aiden Callahan and Alejandro Ronquillo, just to name a few.
Hold.
There's a hold coming.
Maybe it was offsides, the way it was called.
That Croton play by number 27, Benjamin Reed. Picks up about 6. But we have a flag down on the field for an illegal shift.
Illegal shift.
Against Croton.
Croton, no play.
That is going to be a 5-yard penalty and a replay at first down.
Yes, besides Aiden Callahan and Alejandro Ronquillo, it says that they have a roster of 26, but I think we surmise that they only have 22 here today.
Got next to Carter Schmidt. The guy on crutches over there.
Here comes the
50-something.
hike, and a bad throw there from
They
Jones
would've lost
looking
a
for
yard,
Dowd.
maybe. Would have lost more than a yard. Would have lost about 5 yards, so that's key. And it was behind too.
That was a forward
That it was
pass called
that it was
incomplete.
dropped.
It's
If
gonna
he had
bring
caught
up
that,
second down
the
for
clock
Croton.
would be running, and it would be probably second and 20 instead of second and 15. So that was okay for the Tigers.
8:57 left in this one. It was highly contested at the beginning, but right now the Panthers are pulling away. As now it's Stinga who's trying to go on a little run.
But with the shotgun start, you start behind, so it looked like he got 5 or 6. He only got like 3 or 4. So it'll be 3rd and 11.
And that carry on the play, number 37, Matthew
First
Stinga.
down will
Picks
be
up
at the
about
45.
3. It's gonna bring up 3rd down and
They got to
12.
get about like 11 to get the first down, but if you get 8 or 9, it'll be about 4th and 2. And at this time, they would go for it. Like 4th and probably 5 or less, they'll go for it. They might go for it if it's 4th and 10. Who knows? But
it's
with
3rd and
minutes
12
left.
with just over 8 to play. 8:20 exactly.
I never felt that rain, Nick.
Well, it's actually still raining again. The way you can tell is that if you like look off into the distance at one thing, you can see the raindrops, but throw coming from Jones.
Ooh. I was surprised that wasn't pass interference. That could have been. The way he shielded him and stuff, it's your classic pass interference
It's gonna bring up 4th down.
by Jack Fisher. And it looked like the way he screened him and shielded him that it was passing. Actually, that was, no, not Fisher. The 8 and the 3 actually was Kingwood, Brendan Kingwood, who had that big catch before. And they'll punt.
Did you play football, Charlie, back in your day?
Soccer.
You played soccer?
Yeah, you?
I played soccer, but did you enjoy
cool.
playing in the rain, or did you not enjoy playing in the rain?
Yeah, it was all right. I mean, it wasn't my favorite. I'd rather have it, like, it be nice out and stuff, but it was all right. You? This playing here in the rain is especially bad because of the grass, one of the few. Croton has grass field, too, I saw. Ooh!
Oh.
Smart play. That would have been a fumble as it hit him barely, and then he jumped on it.
Good recovery by Cole Richards, yeah.
So he lost about a yard, but it was smart that he jumped on it, because if he went to pick it up, he might have lost it again.
And
With
it'll be
Croton
first down and
there.
10 for the Black Hats from their own 43-yard line. And while we're switching over offense and defense, let's have a warm round of applause for the Rhinebeck Panther cheerleaders doing an outstanding job at today's game.
So it was, where'd they punt from? They punted from their own,
From
like
about the 30.
Yeah, so that's about a 33-yard punt. But it was a line, and it was tough to. It was a good punt because it was a line drive and tough to field, and fumbled.
Hand off to De La Rosa, and De La Rosa finding a nice bit of space on the outside.
He did go out of bounds, though.
And that carry for the Black Hats, number 24, Chase De La Rosa.
Reminder, we'll have senior day right after this.
He picks up about 12.
I have to put those filters on with the lighting to make it, to make it lighter, because it's going to be dark on the cameras, but I have to switch those filters, but we will get you the senior day ceremonies, and it's always better when the senior day, I remember a couple of years ago we had a senior day, it was after a loss, but always better when the senior day is after a win.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it would be great if they could turn on the floodlights, but I don't see any in sight, so
they never have lights here.
We'll have to do what we can with the technology as Hilton picks up one.
And that carry by number 10, Dimitri Hilton. With a gain of a couple, it's going to bring up 2nd down and 8.
They spot him with a gain of 2 instead of 1. And the fans have kind of quieted down here, not because they are behind, but, you know, I feel like the Rhinebeck fans have this one in the bag, but the Rhinebeck Panther cheerleaders, the lovely cheerleaders, are trying to instill some energy and keep on rallying the team to sustain this lead of 11.
Rhinebeck just wants to take time off the
carry
clock
again by number 10,
because it's
Dimitri
too early to
Hilton.
call one of the 3 timeouts left for Croton, but
For a short game, it's going to bring up 3rd down.
maybe you pass here, throw him off. I mean, if there is an incompletion, it'll stop the clock. It's like a free timeout, but they probably won't see it coming 3rd and 8. They'll probably be expecting the run again, so you can maybe benefit from a pass here, Nick.
Yeah, we'll see if Merkel likes to go via the air with some air power. Shout out to the movie Dune if you haven't seen it.
3rd and 8 from the 48.
3rd and 7, 6:15. And flags out on the play.
Rhinebeck, ball start, legal shift, so it'll be 4th and, so it'll go from their side of the field to the other one.
false start. So instead of it being
prior to
3rd
that
and
snap,
7,
we have an
3rd and
illegal
8 from
procedure penalty against
the
the
Croton
Blackcats.
47, it'll be 3rd and 12 from
It's
their
going to
own
be a 5-yard penalty, and we'll
48.
replay 3rd down.
So here comes the run from De La Rosa as he picks up about 10 yards, so it'll be 4th and 2.
And that carry by the Blackcats number 24, Chase De La Rosa.
Imagine if they didn't get that penalty.
Nice 10-yard gain. It's going to bring up 4th down and short.
Huge play here for Croton.
Right there, that run from De La Rosa shows the land power that the Panthers have compared to the Tigers. With all this land and air power, you would be remiss if you thought that the Panthers were House Atreides.
They were started, actually it's 4th and 1 basically where the ball was spotted. They started on the with the end around to him, but basically have been handing it more off behind the line. And he is listed as a running back, which makes sense. They'll call timeout here. 4th and 1, they'll call timeout with 4:51, so we'll be right back. LMC Varsity Sports. Blackcats up 18-7 with 4:51 to go.
Is the senior day game for the Blackcat football team.
Did you know you can watch LMC Media on your Apple TV in full high definition? Go to the App Store and search for ScreenWeave. Install the Cablecast ScreenWeave channel. Look for the green icon. Open the channel, scroll to LMC Media, and press OK. Your device will remember your selection in the future. From within the app, you can watch all 3 of LMC's channels live. Or check out municipal and school board meetings, varsity sports, and more on demand.
Welcome back to LMC Varsity Sports. Out of that time out with 4:30 left to play here at the Rhine-Neck High School on Senior Day. It is 18-7 in favor of the Panthers. If you are just tuning in, as they are taking on the Croton-Harmon Tigers.
Flag down on the field.
Their hard snap.
Penalty against Croton. That'll be
Their hard snap got Matthew Stinga to jump off sides.
1st and 10 for the Blackcats.
So without running a play, they got the 1st down on 4th and 1. So it's 1st and 10 now from the Croton 36 with 4:30 left. And that was a huge penalty.
And it's kind of funny, Charlie, you'd have to say, because a lot of the penalty calls were going in favor of the Tigers in the first half, but now ever since the second half has gotten underway, everything seems to be going in the direction of the Panthers in terms of penalty calls.
Hilton loses 2 yards. Croton elects to save their timeouts.
Played by number 10, Dimitri Hilton, goes for a 2-yard loss. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
Did they call? No. So they'll save it for now. And it'll be 2nd and 12 from the 39. Yeah, no, more penalties committed by Croton in the second half than Rhine-Neck. A couple ones as well, as we have the 4-minute warning, so the stop clock at the 4
and that
here.
brings us to the 4-minute warning for the...
So it's a free timeout for Croton.
4-minute warning. Here we go.
Well, the 4-minute warning just stops it, but they just redo it anyway. It really stops like 3 seconds. So they do an end around to
So
De La
the
Rosa.
handoff to De La Rosa.
And a huge run for Chase De La Rosa, who's had a huge second half, including the touchdown, a late penalty, late flag on the play. I think it's on Rhine-Neck. Unsportsmanlike, maybe? On 54, who's that? Pulsino?
Looks like he will be swapped out.
Maybe. It's getting dark, though.
By Anthony Santiago.
After the play, yeah, that'll back him up. Bad penalty. Pulsino Sr., he knows better. Senior day. So instead of it being a 3rd and 3, Nick,
it'll be a 3rd and 19. So instead of it being a 3rd and 4, it'll be a 3rd and 19 from the Croton 46. They'll have to get to the 26, 27.
Yeah, they're now at the 46-yard line, and I guess that's why they call this game the game of inches. And obviously they have plenty to cover here to return back to the original spot, as it's now 3rd and 25.
You still want to run it, though, because you take time off the clock and not give them a free timeout, and Hilton will run it for no gain, or maybe a loss of 1. And I imagine Croton will call timeout, and they will. So it'll be 4th and 21 for Rhinebeck from their own 47, and they'll punt. And we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. 18-7 Panthers, 3:31 to go, and Croton only has 2 timeouts now.
Large Mamba Marinette, this is your media center. Live mobile production van. In-studio recording. Podcasting. Social media. In your schools. Watching your government. With your neighbors. LMC Media. Building community through media.
Thank you for watching LMC Varsity Sports. We hope to continue this service of streaming our school's varsity sports matches, but we can only do this with your support. Visit lmcmedia.org/donate and make your contribution today and keep this program going.
Welcome back to LMC Varsity Sports with just over 3:30 to go here at the Rhinebeck High School. We'll see. Oh, that might be offsides on the Tigers, and it is, as a flag is thrown on the play, but I was going to say it's 4th down and 20, but it's going to be changed.
Offsides defense, so instead of being a 4th and 21, it'll be like or 4th and 22, it'll be a 4th and 17, 4th and 18. So instead of punting from his own 49, it'll be, or from the 49, it'll be from
here
there.
Comes
they tried
the
to block
punt.
it.
Great height, pretty good distance.
A good bounce, now it stops. 20-yard line, so they have to go 80 yards, and that'll only bring it to a 1-score game. So he punted from his 40. It was only a 30, less than a 30-yard, 27-yard punt, but you know it was good. He kicked it high. Polsino really kicked it high, and we started the play with about 3:31 left, and that punt lasted about 7-8 seconds and 11 seconds, so 3:20 to go. He took time off the clock, and Croton is trying to score. They scored in the first 3.5 minutes of the game, and they have to score twice in the final 3:20 to win the game.
That's right. They're right now have their backs against the wall. They're gonna attempt
with 2 timeouts. They're gonna have to
throw coming from Jones. Jones connecting beautifully to Sarcone, and Sarcone picking up a couple more yards after that. But as I was saying, Charlie, that the Tigers are definitely going to have to try to achieve the impossible, or should I say the improbable, because impossible is nothing. Throw coming from Jones. Great throw. And he finds Kurtz. And Kurtz is going to the house.
What impossible?
Touchdown. With 2:53 left to play.
That'll silence the crowd. So that was a 67-yard play, and Rhinebeck, this is far from over, Nick. 67 yards. What a pass. That was a bomb of a pass, 40 yards, and then he ran at the final 30 for an easy touchdown, untouched after that. Who's that? It was Benjamin Reed. What a play. What a pass from Jones. So he's got 2 touchdowns, a 67-yard pass, and with it's 18-13, and I guess they'll go for 2. I don't know how big a kick he can make, but they would make it a 2-score. See, not having any extra points in 3 scores, not good, because now a 2-point conversion could make it a 3-point game. And
so here we go, Jones looking for a pass. Can he find it? Yes, he does, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Jones looks a little shaken up. Let's see what happens. All right, he is all right, but Sarcone with the 2-point conversion. So now it is 18-15, and now hands are starting to sweat. Knees might be getting weak, arms might be getting heavy, all the M&M superlatives, you know. But we'll see what happens now with the Panthers as there's 2:53 to play, and they'll have to maintain this 3-point lead.
And we'll see what they'll do. It'll be two timeouts left, and they have a and they scored so quickly. Would they take over with 3:20 to go? So they scored in less than 30 seconds. I assume they might onside kick, but they have 2 timeouts. If they don't onside kick and they stop them 3 and out, they would probably have about 2 minutes left after using their timeouts. So,
and although nothing's guaranteed in life, there's no guarantee that if they do an onside kick that they'll receive the onside, or that they'll recover the onside kick. Excuse me. But fortune favors the bold.
Recovered one. Onside kick to recover is rare, although Rhinebeck recovered one without, like it was a sneaky onside kick. No, they didn't know it was coming. Teams have to know what side as they decide now. As they go the right side now. Looks like they're gonna, yeah. That was a great pass there from Jacob Jones to Reed.
So we'll see what comes of this kick as Smithwick is getting prepared.
Smithwick got shaken up when he was playing defense earlier after making a tackle. They're not lined up for onside,
looks
but
like
they
an
will do
onside
it.
kick.
Offsides, I think, on.
Kick is covered by number 5, Jake Ledon.
Yeah, offsides on them. So Ledon recovered
We
it.
also have a flag down
It's
on
not,
the far side of the field.
if you're going to do that, why not just show them they're going to do it and have more guys there? I mean, the way Rhinebeck did it, hit him before, worked.
Yeah, it's a
5
perplexing
yards,
one
they're
there,
going to have him
Charlie.
re-kick. So instead of taking 5 yards, so he recovered from the 48, you could have brought it on their side of the field. Why not do that? They're going to make him re-kick it. But now that could be a bad move, because now they could actually do a better onside kick.
And they're going to have to re-kick.
So they're going to kick from the 35, but no, you could have just took the 5 yards. Now you get a shot here, and you could do a whole new, different onside kick in your repertoire, and I think they're going to go left. I mean, there's only one guy over there, but I don't know. Rhinebeck should call timeout.
Quite perplexing, Charlie. We'll see what happens.
I would call timeout if I'm Rhinebeck, but he's not. And they go long anyway, so what's the difference?
And here comes Hilton, who takes the ball, and he's going now towards the left-hand side of the field and goes out of bounds.
You see that flag toss by the official? He was on the sidelines, and he threw it there.
There's a flag down on the field.
So that works out for for Croton, because that'll push Rhinebeck back, holding. So on the spot of the foul.
And the indication is an illegal
so it'll be about, I
Blackhawks.
guess, about the 27. So that's where they'll start with 2:44 left. So I'm surprised they didn't onside kick it, because if they did, they would have given the ball inside the 50 if they didn't recover. That's probably why they didn't do it.
Probably, Charlie. I mean,
Hilton bobbled that kick, but he had so much time. There were about 25 yards that he was able to take it to 25 yards, but they held.
34-yard line.
There was some toss of the flag by the ref.
but I guess the Croton Tigers, they believe that their defense can hold for the final 2:44, and like you said, they have 2 timeouts where they might anticipate getting the ball back again with plenty of time to charge down the field and get some points on the board. But we'll see.
Oh,
that's a great breaking of a tackle there by Leone. Leone going all the way down to the 35. Great run there from Joey Leone.
Joey Leone with a huge carry. 35-yard line to the other 35, so that's 30 yards.
30 yards.
Went out of bounds, stopped the clock. They don't have to use a timeout.
36-yard line.
That's a huge play and a huge game, but that kind of run, you go to the sideline, so you stop the clock. But they'll take that, as that was a 29-yard gain.
So 1st and 10 now, just shy of the Croton 35.
They were expecting a run from Hilton that they'll get right now, but that's why Leone had a big carry, and that's like 3-4 yards.
Finding a small little opening and getting 4 yards, like you said, Charlie.
Croton has only 2 timeouts
With
But
a
he
gain
used
of
it
5,
now.
it's going to bring up second down. We have a timeout on the field for Croton.
So timeout on the field. We'll take a quick break here on LMC Varsity Sports. Don't go anywhere.
Need technical support for your next meeting or presentation? LMC Media offers full-service meeting management virtually, in real life, or a hybrid of both. Our staff can run your meeting or webinar, set up for in-person audiences to interact, or provide a professional space for you to stream. Contact us for more information at info@lmcmedia.org.
Welcome back to LMC Varsity Sports for the final 2 minutes and 23 in regulation here at the Rhinebeck High School for this football game between the Rhinebeck Panthers and the Croton-Harmon Tigers. It is 18-15 and second down and 5, with the Panthers attempting to kill this game off on senior day. And we have Hilton attempting to run and picking up about 2.
Number 10, Dimitri Hilton.
Final timeout, Croton.
Pick up of about
2 yards. Good
Let's
job
say
by
2.
Hilton on the delayed run there. Not
We have
to
another timeout on the
fumble
field
or
for Croton.
get carried away, but they'll call timeout, and we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. 2:15 left, 3rd and 3. This is basically the ball game here. Rhinebeck gets a first down. That'll be all she wrote, and we'll be right back in about 30 seconds.
The LMC Media Production Van is a fully equipped mobile production unit. This custom-built van has cutting-edge professional video and telecommunications technology, high-definition cameras, and accommodates a full production crew. Interviews and events can be easily live-streamed from remote locations to the LMC cable channels and social media. This mobile unit allows for broadcasting from anywhere in our tri-municipal community and beyond. Sporting events, graduations, concerts, festivals, parades, and more. The LMC Media Production Van is ready.
So we are back after the final timeout from the Croton-Harmon Tigers, and a QB sneak gets the first down.
Carrying the play, number 9, Hunter Merkel. That is enough for a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Blackcats from inside the 25-yard line.
So 1st and 10 with 2:02 at about the 23.
That should do it. The first down, barring a major collapse by Rhinebeck. Barring a major collapse by Rhinebeck, it's all over. Unless they fumble here, they should just take knees. But that was a smart play. Right out of the timeout, all they did, he saw a little hole, so he just snuck it for 4 yards to get the first down.
So Merkel waiting the snap and takes the knee.
And on that first down play, Hunter Merkel takes the knee.
So Rhinebeck will improve to 2-5. Croton will fall to 1-6. It's a good comeback win as they were down 7-0, Nick, and they came back and won.
And family members to please start making your way down towards the track.
18-15. I thought it looked like they might have been in trouble, but Croton didn't get that stop they needed after they made it 18-15 so quickly in 30 seconds, but it was too little too late as they just ran out of time and they didn't get the stops they needed, and Rhinebeck just ran it down them. And it was a huge play by De La Rosa to get that first down. And they needed one more first down, and they got it.
Right, Charlie, as you expertly just summed up pretty much everything that just happened within the past minute and a half. We are slowly ticking down here to zeros as we have 23 seconds left with you, but don't go anywhere after the game as it is senior day, so we'll have the honorary celebration for the seniors on the Rhinebeck team, and Their families will be on the field as well to join them, so it'll be a great one. And like I said, we'll have it here televised for you on LMC Media, and that'll do it. The final score is 18-15 in favor of the Rhinebeck Panthers. Croton fall by 3 points, and the Panthers get their second win of the season. And that'll do it from us here at commentary. But like I said, don't go anywhere. Our cameramen today have been Jordan Harper and the two Seans, Sean Riley and Sean Kelly. And my play-by-play announcer has been the amazing Charlie McGraw, as always. And with you here at play-by-play has been me, myself, and I, Nick Gutierrez. Our sports director is Rob Moretti, and our executive director is Matt Sullivan. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night, and stay tuned for the senior night presentation.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for the Senior Day celebration for the Rhinebeck Panthers cheerleaders and your Black Hats football team. First, we'd like to begin today's Senior Day recognition by recognizing the senior members of the Rhinebeck Panthers cheerleading squad. Coach Sabro had the following message for today's seniors. Quote, "Thank you, seniors, for an awesome 4 years. You brought spirit, teamwork, and cheer to every game and practice. I wish you all the best in the new chapter of your lives." Now introducing the Senior Panther cheerleaders. First up, Naomi Acosta, with her sister Analia Moncarnan and Dad Miguel. Then we have Kalima Bogan with her family Sophie and Daryl. Next, Madison Cole with her mom Deb and brother Justin. Next up, Mariana DeFeo with Dad Michael and Mom Kristen. And last but certainly not least, Emily Abreu with her family members Yarda and Danielle. And now for the senior members of the football team. First, we have a message from Coach Vika. He says, quote, "After years of watching Rhinebeck football from the sideline as a chaperone, chain crew, ball boy, or as he likes to call it, a ball man, I'm grateful to finally be a part of the coaching staff. It is an absolute honor to take on this role, and it has been made all the more special thanks to the senior class and their families. First, a special thank you to our cheerleading team for always supporting us and being a major help in allowing us to remain positive throughout the season. To the parents, the coaching staff and I are so grateful for all the time and effort that goes on behind the scenes from you to keep the season running so smoothly. Your contributions to this team are truly invaluable. Thank you for being so welcoming and supporting of us throughout this season. And to the seniors, both you and what you have accomplished this year has been truly remarkable. With a new staff and a lot of change, a great deal was asked of you this season. In the face of this adversity, you always found it in you to be resilient, stay positive, and push forward under any circumstance. Thanks to your hard work and dedication, you have helped to build a strong foundation that will anchor this program for many years to come. Success is measured by much more than what is on the scoreboard at the end of the game. And I can truly say that thanks to the 8 seniors, this season was truly a success. And this is my part of the message. Just look at that scoreboard right there and talk about their success this year. Great job, guys. I hope this season has been as special for all of you as it has been for me, and I look forward to seeing what comes next year for all you fine young men. Now let's finish this season off with a bang. Can I get 2 claps and a Ric Flair, please? So here we go. Please join us in honoring Rhinebeck football seniors and their families. First up, accompanied by his mother, Soledad, number 44, Christian DeCuna. Accompanied by his parents, Pamela and Samuel, and his brother Cassius, number 24, Chase De La Rosa. Accompanied by his parents, Gina and Antonio, number 18, Joe Leone. Accompanied by his parents, Claudia and Emilio, and brother Brian, number 50, Emilio Reza. Accompanied by his parents, Kate and John, number 21, Cole Richards. Chester, number 68, Dan Rossi. Accompanied by his mother Jackie and Uncle Carlson, number 10, Captain Dimitri. And accompanied by his parents, Ginger and Jason, and his sister Samantha, number 54, Captain Joey Paulino. One more big round of applause for all of the seniors for the cheer squad as well as the football team. Again, thank you everybody for coming to today's game. And congratulations to the football team on their victory today. The Blackhawks have one more regular season game next Saturday on the road. And we hope that all fans will consider traveling to that game next Saturday. Again, thank you very much for attending. We hope everybody gets home safe today. Thank you again. Have a great evening.